This is the thing. I'm supposed to be a cop, a street cop, undercover street cop. I'm a criminologist student. I study crime. I know crime. I'm an investigator. I know how to investigate. I know how to solve puzzles and mystery. From burglaries to homicides and stuff. Uh, there's this trend, in crime with Metro. Because they're a certain level of fame. I'm supposed to be a celebrity cop, a wealth cop, a mental health cop. Uh, pretty much a presidential type cop. Where anything out there in the field and in the world and universe. I'm that type of cop. Multi-millionaire cop, wealthy cop, whatever. Uh, there's a trend in crime where there's like a certain type of high level profile celebrity that's committed a crime, or they haven't committed the crime but they attempt to commit the crime, or they're conspiring to commit the crime. I find it, and I bring it to attention to the police department. They counsel their and they brag about it and they praise them like they're the glorious shit. Giving them new accolades and shit. New book signings. New sponsorships. Like Tom Brady. Tom Brady. I gave him a gift on social media. He came here to play for the Raiders to try to attack me. In my northern apartment amongst the neighbors, where they come in and try to take your life, and take off and they leave. I reported it to Metro. Metro says he's no longer playing for the Raiders. He's no longer coming to Las Vegas, where he stayed in, I guess, Boston. And, that's how I fish out criminals. You give them a gift, you find out what crime they're guilty of. They don't like you giving them a gift because, it devalues their greatness, whatever, so they commit a crime against you. Because most celebrities are criminals that can violate people to, commit crime for their greatness. So they become great in society and do what they want to do with people. So that's one of the things with Tom Brady and stuff. And then I'm over here supposed to hunt serial killers, find murderers and serial killers. I got a fucking list on Facebook. Who's a potential serial killer for them to investigate and bring them up to charges and make them do time. They don't even want to do that. They want to let everybody go free willy nilly and have me do the fucking hard work and me scrape up and do and risk myself, put myself in danger when they come find me in my home and they try to murder me, they try to kill me, they try to rob me, they try to extort me, and the police do nothing about it. And as the crime occurs, the police take the time to respond, and have them have their way with us, and seeing if I survive or if not, and that's what it is with these Anglo Americans, running this democracy or the republic, whatever, in America. They're trying to violate Hispanic Americans, have criminals violate them from African neighbors, where they rob, they steal from your yard, and they get away with it and they do nothing about it. They do nothing about it. They're gonna let them get away with it, where they move out from one place and they move to another place and they go about their way, But they committed the crime. They're gonna try to assault you and your mother and all kinds of crazy shit. And they're gonna have outsiders try to come in and burglarize and rape you and your mother and your sister in your home and all kinds of crazy shit. And the police allow it. They do nothing about it. You're supposed to be a cop. You're supposed to be Sorventin and protect the people and prevent the crime from occurring and arrest the people as they conspire or commit the crime. They don't do none of that. They're giving them total leniency just so they can try to fuck my ass up as a cop or as a detective, to try to teach me some lesson that I don't need to learn. Lessons I learned in a fucking textbook that I don't need to learn, just because they're jealous of my fame or success or my, or my business success that I have as a businessman. So, they try to stick it to me one way or another, and they allow crime to occur. They allow crime to continue, and, they expect me to do their dirty work or their dirty job and pull people over and arrest them, and give them the time that they deserve, While I'm being victimized, I'm being violated, and, I'm finding out the criminals, and they don't want to do it. I can pinpoint the criminals and how they committed the crime, but, that they lack total expertise, and if I can't solve it, they can't solve it neither. If I can't catch them, they can't catch them neither. So it's got to be like a super fucking thoroughbred horse, in society to fucking catch every fucking criminal. So they do their fucking time because they don't want to catch the criminals and they want to let them go. Why? Because it's their people. That's how they want to violate people in society, and they want to give them the honor and the privilege to, violate people and commit crime in society, over some bullshit propaganda, prejudice, and racism and pride and society that they have, that they don't have, that they don't want them to have, that they're gaining, and that they don't want them to be like, and a little bullshit like that in society. It's total bullshit to me. So it's just they do it, just to coerce people to get what they want, to pull their authority on them. But really, they could give a fuck less if what nationality, race you are, and they're just trying to, bring harm to those that are really more legitimate and more noble and honorable than what they are, because they're not as legit as anybody else doing the job. So they just let them go free willy nilly, and because it's their friend, their pal, their nationality, their people, their gente, they let them go. And that's the truth and the reality about this democratic state in Las Vegas, or in the democracy in America.